Mojang has officially announced the 1.17 Caves and Cliffs update, and a ton of people are excited, myself included. There is one thing though that everyone is interested in, that is the Warden. This mysterious creature can only sense by sound, meaning it can't see you. It can also deal some serious damage, bringing full netherite armor to its knees. This blind creature is definitely endgame content, surpassing the Wither and even the Ender Dragon in difficulty. This brings me to today's video, my version of an end update. Now the first thing you may be thinking is, an end update? I thought we were talking about the Caves and Cliffs update. Well, that is the case, and my version of an end update merges the Caves and Cliffs update and the end update, and brings some reason to why the Warden and the Deep Dark Caves exist. The first thing I noticed is the resemblance in color. The Warden looks very similar to an end frame, which brings me to my first idea. I think the end update should incorporate some sort of way to make an end portal. I know this sounds very ambitious, but hear me out. The Warden is already established as endgame content, we know that for sure. End portals are also endgame content, and usually discovered right before you beat the game. So with that reasoning, I don't think it'd be unreasonable to be able to craft an end portal frame. I think the Warden could drop some sort of item that could be used to craft an end portal frame. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what that item would be, but I think the souls trapped in his chest would be a good starting point. The Warden seems to have some glowing blue souls around its chest area, closely resembling the soul sand texture. Maybe players would be able to craft an end portal frame with the souls from a Warden. Regardless, I think there's some serious potential when it comes to the Warden being added to 1.17 Minecraft. My second idea is a bit more interesting. The Minecraft team has already explained why they won't be sprucing up the end as much, basically saying the reason the end is so unique is because it's so arid and barren. A large reason why the end is so creepy is because it's so desolate. I think though that I've found a way around this. I think the perfect end update should take inspiration from the Caves and Cliffs update and should be underground, more specifically end caves. End caves would be the ultimate end update because there are so many possibilities, and the update wouldn't ruin the already established end islands. There's some new mobs, foliage, and even some new armor types, which I'll be showing you guys in a few minutes. Anyways, let's jump into the first end cave. Alright, so here we are in the first end cave deep underground. The first thing you guys may notice is this looks pretty similar to the Deep Dark in the normal Caves and Cliffs update. I thought that incorporating a cave like this would make the bridge easier from 1.17 to 1.18, the end update. That way players can start associating the end caves with the overworld caves, and they could start formulating some ideas about how these came to be. Besides the obvious end theme, there is a new naturally generated structure that I want to show you guys. Right here is some end ruins, and there's actually some functionality for these, which I'll show you guys in a few minutes. So far, I've pretty much already showed you guys stuff that is already announced for 1.17 Minecraft. And my idea of an end update doesn't just involve things already added to the game. So the next few things are completely new content. Let me show you. My second idea involves some custom crafting recipes and even some new armor types. When I was adding these end ruins into my version of an end update, I thought they could have a purpose. And now they do. If you mine this block, you actually get a new item called End Ore. And maybe you could use this new ore to craft some new armor. But to be completely honest with you guys, as cool as Ender Armor may sound, in my opinion, it's a bit too boring. So I added a new feature. If you take any netherite tool and you take any ender tool, you actually get a new tool called enderine, which is the second to last step until you get maxed out armor. Now you may be wondering, GreenFe, if I have to combine netherite armor with ender armor, isn't that enough? Well, in my opinion, no. There should be one last step. In this chest right here is what I think could be the final ingredient to complete OP armor. That is the souls from a Warden. Maybe some upgraded version of the smithing table could be used to combine enderine armor and the souls of a Warden, finally creating enderite armor, the best armor in my version of the end update. As you can see, this armor looks pretty cool. It has an animation of the souls of a Warden flowing around it. It just looks pretty cool. But there is one more feature that I think would totally make this the best armor in the game. You would be able to combine an elytra with it. I think this would be a really cool way to finally feel maxed out in the game, with an elytra and a chestplate on at the same time. And I mean, come on guys, doesn't this just look really fun? Anyways guys, now that we have this very overpowered armor, it's time to see the second biome. Alright guys, so here we are in the second biome, and this is the Magenta Jungle. Alright, so taking a walk through here, as you can see, the Magenta Jungle is actually very infested with these end spiders. It's also very covered and very overgrown, and there's these massive trees taking up most of the space. There's probably gonna have to be some strategy used when traversing the Magenta Jungle, because if you want to outrun these spiders, you kinda have to climb these vines. Although, just be careful not to die, because these spiders are very, very vicious. Oh my gosh. I feel like overall this is a good biome because it's a good balance of combat and reward. You get to fight off these very vicious spiders, and in return, you get some new building blocks, including some new stone types and some new wood types from these magenta trees. Anyways, I just thought this would be a fun biome to add to my version of the end update. But with that said, let's move on to the last biome. Alright guys, so here we are in the last biome, and as you can see, it is not for people who are claustrophobic. This is the Ender Caverns. As you can see, there are very few Endermen here. There's some free-flowing water, and the roofs are very, very low to the ground. There's also some new endstone variants, and there's also some slabs on the ground, adding some new detail, which I think is pretty cool. But of course, for the last biome, I thought we could add something really cool. Down here, this is the new end dungeons. But instead of showing you guys this, I'm gonna let the recording speak for itself. Alright, well that pretty much sums up my ideas for a Minecraft end update. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate if you could consider giving it a like, as it does really help promote the channel and show this video to new viewers. And if you have any hypothetical update ideas, make sure to leave them in the comments below. Also, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for 1.1 thousand subscribers. It is absolutely insane, and I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Anyways, with that said, I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace!